Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. So today is the day that the three-judge bench led by Justice Majanja is scheduled to start the process of hearing the case of the finance bill that was forwarded by Justice Tande to Martha Koome, in which Martha Koome responded by setting up a team of three judges led by Justice Majanja. So, on the same note, LSK President THEURI and Supreme Court President Martha Koome, of course, with the Vice President of the LSK, Faith Odhiambo, met briefly. And in that meeting, and what is happening today, is the reason why we have issues or details that we need to discuss about and probably try to speculate, because the most important thing in this analysis is speculate and probably try to relay what is happening. So in this analysis, we want to address this issue of today's meeting, this issue of the finance bill, and also we like to speculate why or what could be discussed behind the closed door meetings at the Supreme Court headquarters, because word has it that Martha Koome, THEURI, and Faith Odhiambo met in a closed door meeting at the Supreme Court headquarters. So it is alleged that they had a major deliberation on the challenges facing the country. The country is not headed in the right direction. And this has been echoed by so many people here, so many people there. Everybody's been talking. In fact, the people in the UDA are the first people to say that the country is not headed in the right direction. I saw Marakwet Senator say the same. I saw Kakamega Senator Boni Anwale say the same. So literally, so many people agree that the country is not headed in the right direction. So why is this the case? It's very, very simple. But before we get further, I would also like to share with you some detail about a previous analysis where we said Martha Koome and Martha Karua met in Colombia. Again, there was some kind of discussion. So why is there some kind of discussion between Martha Koome and the opposition through Martha Karua, and also a discussion between Martha Koome and LSK through THEURI, who is the president of the LSK? It's very simple. Perhaps, just like we said and we saw recently, that maybe, I'm just saying maybe, Martha Koome could be seeing something that the people in Azimio One Kenya Alliance had seen previously, reason why they did not want to vote for this regime. Maybe Martha Koome could have seen that maybe probably during that day when he was giving where she was giving her deliberations on that petition, maybe she had seen light at the end of tunnel, but now she's seeing darkness at the end of tunnel. Why is this so? I can say this is because of this Kenya Kwanza not heeding court orders. A thing that they used to blame Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta about. Of course, they used to say that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta used not to heed the court orders. But now they are doing exactly that. In fact, far much worse than what Uhuru Kenyatta did. There is a cry right now that these people, despite the fact that there's a petition regarding the Finance Act, they have gone to an extent of implementing the policies in the finance bill and they decided to backdate it to a previous salary of last month. So even in yesterday's interview, if you watch that interview at Sagana, Sagana State Lodge, which was in the famous Kiririmbi show of Inoro TV, think. So now, if you watched that interview, there is a part there where William Ruto was being cornered to whether he can rein in on this issue of KRA deducting July salary. I mean, the housing levy. But he said, my hands are tied, I cannot do that because someone will take me to court. But the question that I think the interviewer almost asked him is, if you're afraid that someone might take you to court, and what about the suspension of 16% on fuel? Why were you not afraid? Because you had already been taken to court over the matter, and the court had literally gave breaks on that implementation. Why were you not afraid of that? That is one thing that I thought. I almost saw that interviewer ask William Ruto. But then the only problem is that this interview, if you looked at it, it was some kind of friendly. It is opposed, or it's different from the joint media interview where those people were a bit tight on William Ruto, and it was not an easy interview, the previous one. In fact, the previous one had many answers than the interview that we had yesterday. If you looked at that interview, utapata kwamba hapana, walikuwa wako tough, they were not even spot on in their questions. The joint media interview addressed a lot of issues, and questions were asked spot on. But some of those questions, if you looked at the body language of William Ruto back then, alikuwa anakaa disturbed, kama anauliza kwani itaisha lini, itaisha saa ngapi interview, itaisha saa ngapi, mbona unaniuliza maswali. So they were a bit tough on him, which is okay. Interviewers are supposed to be tough. But ile ya jana, to me, I don't think those interviewers were ready they were not up to task. If you ask me, that's my perception. Hawakuwa wamejipanga vizuri. Maybe some questions they were skipping. They were just, it doesn't have to be a friendly one. You're not being friendly. It's not a friendly match. Kenyans have questions. Like the case of, July salary. They would have hit William Ruto next, and that akitoka hapo anaweza amua have suspended that implementation until September. Back to this meeting of Martha Koome and LSK President THEURI and the LSK Vice President Faith Odhiambo. What do you think they were discussing in that meeting? Of course, the discussions had to border around legal minds, legal. You see, Eric THEURI acquainted himself with maybe some certain information, because lately, or maybe Martha Koome wanted to have, a kind of a bond with the law community or the legal minds, because imekuwa na shida sana ukiangalia LSK na Supreme Court, kumekuwa na shida sana. Lakini either way, LSK moved to court, and I think Busia Senator Okiya Omtata also moved to court. So they could be asked discussing about the impact of this Finance Act. If we probably, I'm just trying to imagine, what if they are discussing about the Finance Act? That if the Finance Act, what is going to happen? What if we pass it? What if we take it back for negotiations or further deliberations by Kenyans? What if we say that the public participation was not taken into consideration? What if we do that? They're just trying to discuss about this. I think that was just something that was up there, a discussion on this Finance Act. Most likely, that could have been the reason. Mind you, Eric THEURI is well qualified, and he can also be a Chief Justice, by the way, going by the qualification he has. So I think those three legal minds walikuwa nakaa pale wakijadili vitu vya kusaidia wananchi in matters of law. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you one question. I think only one question. Try to speculate about that meeting. Try and speculate. What do you think Eric THEURI, the LSK president, Martha Koome, the Supreme Court President and Chief Justice of the Judiciary, with Faith Odhiambo, LSK Vice President. Just try to speculate. Just go to the comment section there and speculate. What do you think they were discussing? Just tell me below the comment section there. I will respond. But I'd like to rest my case there, and kindly, as usual, I always request you to kindly subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. Ladies and gentlemen, until you catch up again in our next analysis, please stay safe and stay blessed.